What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett from Rants. As always, guys, if you enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. We're on the road to 1,000. We hope you guys will help us get there. And as always, guys, I do want to mention that as of right now, content creators here on YouTube are having trouble getting their videos out there to the public, thanks to some really crazy YouTube analytics problems. So if you do enjoy our content, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll be the first ones to see our videos once they're uploaded. Alright, guys, when I was a little kid, one of my favorite show or cartoons was a show called Mighty Max. Now, for those that are not 90s kids, you probably don't know this show, but it was a toy line. They made comic book series out of it. It was just overall just a great series. It was dark. It was really dark for its time. It was really unlike anything that was out there. I mean, it was about a boy that had this magical cap that this evil villain that was voiced by Tim Curry was out there trying to get the cap so it could rule the world. It just had like a really dark episodes to it. Like, there was a lot of death that was involved in this series, and especially the series finale. I'll never forget watching the series finale when I was a kid, thinking, okay, when's the next season going to come out? When's the next season coming out? Of course, we didn't have YouTube back in those days. We didn't have the internet. Wasn't really that popular, so, or wasn't even, I don't even think the internet was there, or at least not in the way that we see it as of today. So I was a little bit disturbed by the ending of it, because I was like, ooh, this is a cliffhanger. I mean, it did not end in a satisfying way. And by satisfying, I don't mean it was a bad ending. I just mean that, let's just say the good guys didn't win like they usually do. But overall, it was just a fantastic series. And according to this CBR article, with so many revivals being greenlit, veteran voice actor Rob Paulsen wants to reboot the 90s animated series Mighty Max. Now, of course, Rob Paulsen I think he was the voice of Mighty Max, and he was asked in this article, he was asked he was asked by Den of Geeks which characters would he like to be seen, or would he like to bring back to the animation, and one of them was Mighty Max. And, he goes on to talk in this article about, how much that series meant to him, even though it only lasted 2 seasons. And it really just, it gets me excited, because I know they made Animaniacs reboot. They're talking about now maybe a Futurama reboot again. Of course, there was a DuckTales reboot. There's, this is the age of nostalgia. And so, what better show to bring back than Mighty Max? Like, I think in this day and age, if it is anything like the original, that dark tone would just really make it a cult classic for newer generation of fans. So overall, man, when I read this article, I was like, oh, please God, make this happen, because this would just be, I would binge watch this show. I don't care where it's at. You know what? I'd even be cool if maybe this would be one show that they could even take out of the realm of kids and maybe make it kind of a more of a adult like cartoon. I could see this on a Netflix or on a Amazon Prime or something along those lines, where that, give it more adult feel. It would really fit with this series. Like, this series doesn't have to be just for kids. This series could very easily be adult centered genre, that that, you know, could really, I mean, well, I think it would resonate with older fans and even younger fans alike. I know I would be excited to see it. I know many others out there are just like me that have been wanting a Mighty Max reboot for years, but it never seemed like it was popular enough to really get the attention. And so maybe this, Ron Paulsen bringing attention to it, maybe we'll actually get, some of these Hollywood to be thinking, okay, maybe we can make some money off of this. I say, what could it hurt? I mean, back in the day, it had a really popular toy line, and that really drives a lot of these shows. I mean, you take Teen Titans Go. You know, the original toy line of Teen Titans really made that show go, and it really kept it on the network. Even though it was popular, it was the toy line that kept it on air. A lot of fans don't always realize that that's one of the most important aspects of a cartoon is whether the toy lines actually sell. If the toy lines don't sell, even though it has great ratings, it's not going to stay on air. Because at the end of the day, they want that extra money. That extra money adds up more with the toy lines than it does even with the views that it gets and the attention and the Emmys and whatever kind of awards it gets. If the toy line sucks, it's going to be off air first season. But that's why I say Mighty Max would be perfect for this era, and it would be the perfect reboot because the toy sales were great, the show was great, it had a cult following of fans, and it was kind of left on a cliffhanger that they could just pick it up right where it left off, and it would work perfectly. It would literally work it would work so perfectly. I'm so excited about even seeing a chance of this as happening. Like this is the greatest news that I could hear of reboots. And let's face it, a lot of the reboots that we've got haven't been that great. I would even go so far as say maybe the Animaniacs reboot is a little underwhelming, to say the least. A little too political for my liking sometimes. But it's still got a lot of that kind of adult humor mixed in with kind of childish antics that makes it still unique. But Mighty Max, oh my goodness, Mighty Max could, you can make it into so many different age ranges for it to fit. Like you can make it for adults, you can make it for kids, you can make it for whatever you wanted. They'd probably still make it for kids to keep the toy line, but hey, I'm just excited about this. Let's hope this happens. If there's any Mighty Max fans out there, get excited. Make a petition for that. Forget the Johnny Depp thing, and make a petition to bring back Mighty Max. That's the way I look at it. But as always, guys, thanks for watching the video, and y'all take care.